Assume we're on the draw this game. Give our opponent a minute. Alright, opponent decided to play first. This hand is perfectly serviceable. We have the Shrivel if we wanted to hold off on our Corpse Hauler. I probably will just play the Gnawing Zombie for that reason, depending on what he plays. Alright, we do get to curve out with another land, which is nice. Oh man, Shrivel's going to be sweet now. I'm going to wait one turn for if he has the Hive Stirrings, which would be sweet. Hopefully he doesn't lead off with Steel Form Sliver, because that means we can't kill his Hive Stirrings. Unless we manage to deal 2 damage to his Steel Form in combat, which would be nice. He's just passing without a play. If he attacks, he clearly has a trick, but yeah. Just passing. Alright, well, oh, that's nice. What do I want to do now? I could go Corpse Hauler, Tenacious Dead, but I still kind of want to hold on to the Shrivel. So I think I'm going to start by getting in for 1 and playing the Blood Baron. What? Okay. Alright, so we have officially stalemated, but now I drop my Blood Baron. Hopefully no Essence Scatter. Alright. Four drop coming. It's a little unfortunate. Okay, land. So I have a couple options here. I can play Tenacious Dead, attack into his wall, sack, and then Shrivel, but then my Blood Baron would also die because it'd have 3 damage on it and become a 3/3. So I probably want to wait 1 turn on attempting to kill this wall of swords. So I'm going to play the... probably play the Accursed Spirit, start getting aggressive, and it still survives Shrivel. So I'm just going to sit back. Fortunately, he can't get aggressive. He can start gaining life, which might be relevant later on down the road if we get into a racing situation. But hopefully we'll draw a Corrupt or a Nightmare or something before that would happen. Is he just passing? What is he holding? Probably a Nephalia Seaskite. Alright, drawing lands isn't bad, so that we can play all of our high-end stuff later on. So I can play Tenacious Dead, get in with my Blood Baron, sack 2 things to kill his wall, but that doesn't seem like good value. I think I will just run out these 2 guys. We can still bring this guy back if we decide to Shrivel next turn. Currently it's not the best. We can also just off the Soul Mender whenever we want to, but I'm just waiting to get a little bit more value. So yeah, I'm just going to continue to run out my hand. Cockatrice is a good way to deal with his wall, so he either has to lose it, like trade off, or take the damage. Putting Death Touch on a creature means that you're always going to get a card out of your opponent for it, whether it's a removal spell or blocking a creature. No matter what, you're going to get value out of it, unless of course it's an irrelevant creature at the time you're about to die. But regardless, same with the green one, Deadly Recluse. Alright, sure. Does he just not have a play? Or is he going to play a flyer end of turn? I'll play this gentleman. So from this turn on, we can actually start taking advantage of the Gnawing Zombie Tenacious Dead combo, which could end up making a difference in the race. So for 6 mana, well actually, it costs 4 mana to do it and have it recur, but you pay 2 to sack it, and then you get to return it, and you gain 1, lose 1, or you gain 1, they lose 1. so we'll see what he does. He's really thinking about this one. Maybe he's holding a counterspell of some sort. I'm not going to F6 still, because you never want to F6 when you have a free sack outlet on the field. Something I've learned the hard way in the past, possibly on video, I don't remember. Or he's just lagging. He took a minute to get to the match in the first place, so I'll just pause here and give him a second. Alright, so after about 2 minutes of thinking, my opponent decided to let my zombie guy resolve. Well, skeleton, I suppose, but maybe he was just quaking in his boots because the skeleton is mighty scary. It's unlikely, for the record. Okay, he has not played land or anything, so not sure what that could mean. Possibly a planar cleansing. That actually seems semi-likely. Ooh, Vampire Warlord is pretty good against planar cleansing. Tenacious Dead would come back at the moment, but if we tap out for Warlord, everything else will die. So, anyway, just gonna play the Warlord pre-combat, I think. No, there's no way I'm gonna sack it to the Blood Baron. I don't think I want to go for this right now. Let's see, if I attack with everything and he blocks the Blood Baron, he'd be taking 5, going to 14. I could just let this thing die, or I could Tenacious Dead, sack to survive, bring it back, sack it again. Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I can wait one turn on the Warlord. So I'll just send in everybody. I don't want to wait for too long because this Soul Mender could get annoying. And the longer he sits here without mana, the more chances he has to draw out of his predicament. Okay. Possibly some combat tricks in hand. I didn't consider that, but with all these sack outlets, we can make sure that we don't get completely blown out by them. We can at least... Oh, he's just taking it. Taking 7. I guess I'm okay with that. Keep my dead around for another turn. Kind of wish I had a duress now, but this is a very, very strange situation that we're in. Maybe a Celestial Flare. I can sack the Cockatrice, I guess, which isn't great, but I'd want to keep these other guys around. Maybe just the Blood Baron. I don't know, since we are playing another free sack outlet next turn. The Vampire Warlord doesn't match up super well with the Wall of Shards, or Swords, unfortunately. Though we do have the Shrivel for post-combat, as long as we remember to regenerate. Because he's still a 4-2, he'd shrink to a 3-1 after Shrivel, so he survives. Taking an excruciatingly long time to decide what to do here. Or he just has a bad internet connection, because this is the 3rd time this has happened now. Which is always pretty frustrating, but I'll pause once again. Alright, so he took the damage. Now I'm just going to play a Warlord. Hope he doesn't have the counter spell. Now I kind of hope he has a planar cleansing. Just because we'd be left with a 4-4 that we can feed for a while. Although all our other guys would die, because the Tenacious Dead we would not be able to pay for it. We do have the Corpse Hauler though, so it wouldn't be the worst thing. Doesn't have the triple white, so he's playing a 6-drop of some sort. This is kind of funny. He could hit like a Corrupt, which would be pretty hilarious, but we actually don't have a whole lot that he can hit that would really hurt us. Let's see what he could hit. He could hit an Altar's Reap, a Vile Rebirth. Yeah, there's literally nothing he can hit that would blow us out here. So, yeah, even if I had a counterspell, I would... Well, no, I would still counter it because it's a 4-4 flyer. But its ability is not going to do anything. Yep, and he got Altar's Reap, and he's not going to cast it. Well, I guess he could if he wanted to. get a little more value out of his Soul Mender than it's currently providing him. Looks like he is going to cast the Altar's Reap. Don't fault him there. He appears to have a pretty high mana curve going right now. I don't think we're going to lose this game. It's funny because we haven't seen any of the cards yet that made us want to go mono black in the first place. Hopefully we draw a Quag Sickness or something pretty soon. Oh, there we go. Now the question is, what do I want to do with it? I probably just want to kill his Wall of Swords, actually. I'm not worried about this thing killing me. I'm more concerned about the 5 toughness stopping most of my guys. It would force me to double activate Blood Baron, and my Warlord can't get through it, so I'm going to kill that guy. Shrivel ended up not being very good at all. I'm just going to play this Corpse Hauler out now. Make sure I clicked on it correctly. Oh, alright, we got there. Mono black gets there.